Okay. Good morning!
Alright, ayan. Good morning.
Sana
How
baka
are
busy
you?
kong friend.
Sakto lang.
I'm good.
Paragatan
Hey,
season eh. So, ayun.
correct. Happy
Mm,
festival dyan sa Palawan. Uy, kilala mo naman si DJ Brian, right?
yes. Yes. Good morning,
Hello.
DJ
Good
Brian.
morning. Morning.
Ayan, kanina
Ano pa rin ba siya? Same week niya?
Yes, up until next week.
Oh, up until next week.
Yes.
Kasi yesterday, nasa Pantiguan kami, tapos after ng performance, namigay sila ng slow.
Yes. So, doon ako nung pantiguan. After yung
Oh,
di na kinaya ni Energy ko yung sex bomb, natutulog na ako. Bahala kayo dyan. Ang daming tita doon. Grabe yung outfit nila for sex bomb.
nagkatrangkaso. Kaso nagkatrangkaso ako.
Mm-hmm.
Oo. Ben
Yeah.
and Ben na lang.
Ben and Ben, bawal sa
Yes, baka yun na lang aking puntahan.
Ako,
Kami
aabang
Arthur
na lang
Neri
ako
pa.
ng mga reels.
Yes. Si Arthur Neri kasi kasama si Flo G. So I think mga rappers ang pupunta. So
Ah,
kabataan ng mga mahilig sa rap.
oo nga.
Ang
Kaya
Baka puro,
geng-geng.
puro kayo talsik ng laway dun.
Yung after nung kay Arthur Neri, uwi ka na, ganun. Ganun
Oo.
gagawin ko. Ayun.
Okay, anyways,
Sige.
kanina,
Okay,
hence, sige. So, kanina, actually, we are talking about yung season ngayon, ngayong June, na balik eskwela na yung mga estudyante. And of course, maraming ang nape-pressure ngayon to graduate on time, to make sure that they have high grades, mga ganun ba, and all other pressure.
Mm-mm.
But last episode kasi namin, we were able to mention yung mga estudyante na they are working at the same time. So, papaano ba yun
Yes.
nag-balance? Paano muna yung life ng isang estudyante na at the same time nag-aaral siya? So, to start this interview, no? Literal na interview. So, please introduce yourself. Ano bang current work mo ngayon? And what year kang nagsimula na magtrabaho?
And yung course niya rin dati.
Okay. Sige.
Yeah.
Good morning to Madlang people and to all the viewers of Tina Talks and DJ Brian. So, my name is Henry Lawrence Pareñas. I'm 24 years old. I'm currently working as a writer slash a marketing content specialist of a
Slash.
farm dito sa Palawan. And I graduated batch 2024 sa Palawan State University under the program of Bachelor of Science in Public Administration. So I was I was a working student before. I think since 2021, working student ako up until I graduate 2024. Mga 3 years din akong work. Almost all my college life, I was a working student. So maraming racket akong na-try in life. Muntik na mag-try ng go-go dancer pero hindi na kinaya ng ng aking katawan. But yun, I was a working student. I started working, noong una mga project-based lang. Halimbawa, alam mo yung mga academic helper, I have a tito who kailangan ng extra hand doing reports, ganyan. So, binabayaran niya ako kada project. Doon ako nag-start. So, kapag may mga classmates na parang may mga other sections na mahirap pagpagawa ng academic stuff. So, tinutulungan ko sila minsan, ganyan. So, doon ako nag-start. But yung real employment siguro, nag-start siya post-pandemic. Post-pandemic in a sense, na parang lumuluwag na nun. Dati kasi, parang pandemic babies kami. So, graduate ako nung senior high, actually pandemic. So, wala kaming toga-toga nun. Live lang, Facebook Live. Doon ka lang gagraduate. Makikinig ka lang sa TV. Doon ka lang gagraduate nung pandemic. So, after, boring sa bahay. Tapos, wala ka rin pera. Estudyante ka. And kailangan mong, parang doon ako nag-start ano kung pwede kong gawin para mabili ko yung mga Shopee ko na parcel ko. Yun talaga siya nag-start. Kasi, ang boring ganun. Then, I think what got me sa first employment ko was my hobby sa planting. So, plantito ako that time nung pandemic. So, marami akong, kung anong buto yung tinatanim ko sa bahay. May prutas, may mga halaman, ganyan. Then, mayroon kaming plant community dito sa Puerto. So, may mga bazaars, ganyan. So, sabi nung isa doon, wala ka naman ginagawa. Maybe you can help me doon sa clinic. Ganoon. So, siya parang it's dentist siya. So, ang ginawa ko noon for the next year, I was secretary ako ni Doc. So, na-try ko doon magtanggal ng brace, ganyan. Ang dami ko na life experiences, magkabit ng brace, magtanggal ng tinga, ganyan. What more than that, yung mga paperworks, doon ako mas natuto kasi medyo sales driven eh. Kailangan malaki yung income ng ng clinic, ganyan. And yung mga administrative stuff. Pero after nun, nag-start na rin yung classes sa school. So hopefully, I mean, fortunately, online class kami sa start. Yung start no, medyo online class pa. So sige, podcast ka lang sa akin kapag may klase, kapag may work. Tapos pakinggan ko lang kung ano itong sabi ng teacher. Tapos nag-work pa rin ako ganyan. Pag may klase, nag-recite, ganyan. But mahirap siyang ipagsabay, especially nung time sa akin kasi on-site ang work ko eh. Compared ng ibang working student, medyo online yung work. Sige, go. Project-based or freelance yung mga work nila pag may racket, ganyan. Mahirap kapag on-site. So, bilib na bilib din ako, especially sa mga BPO. Kasi across sa aming BPO, alam mo, girl, grabe. Night shift sila, tapos pagising nila, pagod na pagod, akala mo zombie na. Tapos papasok pa sila sa classes. Pero na-try ko yun nung sa next work ko. But going back dito kay Doc, mahirap siyang ipagsabay, maging working student. Kayod talaga, dugot, pawis, kaluluwa. Ganun yung maging working student. Um, pero ang pinaka-hurdle ko nun sa first work ko, may isa akong class, ang kailangan bunutin sa kanya, may class ako online, tapos mahirap siya, strict yung teacher. Tapos, ang binubunutan namin, bagang. Girl, 3 oras na kami nagtanggal ng bagang, kaya hindi talaga matanggal. Tapos nagre-recite, tinatawag pala ako, online recitation. Ang sabi sa akin ng teacher ko na hindi ko makalimutan, sabi niya, you need to choose. Kasi no man can serve two masters. So either piliin mo magtrabaho ka or mag-aral ka ng mabuti. Ay, si ante mo. Kinabahan talaga ako noon kasi feel ko babagsak na ako and parang first semester, first year. So, di mo matansya yung mga ugali ng mga prof. So, I think after that sem, I stopped working na dun sa clinic. Kasi, nga naman, mahirap magtrabaho, pero kapag nasanay ka nung kumikita ka as early as young, baka ma-addict kang maghanap ng pera and hindi mo natapos yung pag-aaral mo. And yun yung one thing na gusto ko actually na inculcate sa amin ng parents namin na no matter what happened, at least mag-graduate ka. I mean, may it not be on time, basta graduate ka kasi parang that education, that knowledge, hindi makukuha sa iyo yan eh. So, immediately after that sem, nagpahinga ako ng konti. Pero after nun, ang boring pala. Ang boring pag wala kang work, tapos mag-aaral ka lang, ganyan, tapos wala kang pera, ganyan, nakasa ka lang sa baon. I tried maghanap ng mga other odd jobs until I went sa, parang may community kami, parang we call it parang yung organization that I've been with, yung JCI Puerto Princesa Quiao. Then I was part of the organization, I became a member. And after nun, yung parang leader namin doon, the previous president ng JCI Quiao, kailangan niya rin ng extra hand. No? Sabi ko, since may experience naman akong secretary, sige, go. Nag-apply ako and hopefully I got in. So, another work. Din yung second work ko. Yun medyo, kahit paano, napagsabay-sabay ko na siya ng work. I was handling different brands, different businesses niya, different orgs. Mga siguro 5 din siguro na ano yun. Then, I was also a full-time student back then. One of the biggest hurdles ko siguro, nung meron na kaming mga law subject, parang pre-law subjects, ganyan, tas attorney yung prof. Kapag attorney yung prof, alam mo talaga siyang strict. So mga recitation niya, hindi lang yung simple na recite, kailangan Socratic method, ganyan. Kailangan ikaw yung questionin mo yung sarili mo kung ano yung mga sagot sa mga tanong. So, malapit na akong mag-flunk ng grade noon. Kasi may major ako na malalampas na ako. Parang isang quiz na lang, lalampas na ako ng DOS. And pag lumampas ka ng DOS, wala ka ng Latin. Ala, girl. And that time, Baragatan Festival din noon, ata. Hindi ako nagkakamali. Umiyak talaga ako nung pinagpagalitan kami sa work. Tapos pinapagalitan din ako ng prof ko. Kasi nga, ang bibo mo din. Ang bibo ko din. Ala, sige, pagsabay. Kala nyo ha. And then, parang dumating ako sa lowest point na, Lord, di ko na alam, ano bang i-give up ko? Mag-work or mag-aral? And then, hopefully, after ko ma-burn out nung time na yun, I got my feet back up again. And um, I chose schooling more than work. Kasi after ng school, pwede ka na magtatrabaho ka naman for the rest of your life eh. I mean, for the next decades eh. So, might as well as finish this up first before working. Pero nagigets ko kasi minsan yung yung ibang working student kasi yung sa amin kahit paano I gave back sa family. Parang I gave nakakabili ka na ng grocery sa pamilya. So kaya yung parang pag natitreat mo yung mga magulang mo, natitreat mo yung sarili mo, pwede ka nang kumain sa labas kapag kahit paano kapag gusto mo, hindi ka na nag-aantay ng birthday, ganyan. Tapos kung may gusto kang bilhin, kahit paano afford mo na. Ganun. Nawala siya pag nag-resign ako, nawawala siya, of course. But I realized na yung schooling mas important siya than work. Mahirap siyang i-juggle yung mga jobs. But hindi mo kasi siya pwedeng sabihin hindi siya pwede. I mean, to a lot of people and to a lot of students ngayon na hindi naman financially well, parang kailangan na lang maghanap ng means para magkaroon ng income. Kasi may iba, halimbawa, binubuhay nila yung sarili nila. May binabayarang renta, may yung mga gastusin sa school, hindi rin biro, pamasahe everyday. Yun yung mga parang small things pero pag na-add up, malaking chunk siya, malaking bulk siya ng sahod na kailangan talaga may panghugutan ka. Nung um, nung nag-working student ako, parang ang mindset ko lang is, nung to be honest, ang mindset ko lang, mabili ko yung parcel ko. Kasi mag-online, mag-Shopee, ganyan, or mag-TikTok, ganyan. Pero nung pa-start na, palalim na pag tumatagal na ako, kailangan ko pala mag-invest sa future. Kailangan ko ng work, not just for my wants, but for the needs of the family. Hanggang yan, nag-start ako mag-pay ng bills, hindi ko na inaasa sa magulang ko. Pag may mga project sa school, parang ako nang bahala, ganun. And then, parang sabi ko, Lord, paano ako may emergency? Tapos wala akong mahugutan, di ba? Tapos student ka. And yung student kasi, compared sa panahon nyo, parang ngayon, pag student ka, kailangan, pag 20 ka, nasa college ka pa, 22, 23, nasa college ka pa. So, siya, ang tagal, super tagal. So, you need to have a means of income for that. So yun siguro yung masashare ko sa working student experience ko. Ang dami ko na experience. Minsan, ang chika ko pa yung school, dumadaan pa ako ng bundok, ng isla, nagbabangka pa ako makapasok ng school, ganyan. Pero legit naman yun kasi yung work ko dun sa Kauri, sa may isla. So dumadaan pa akong Honda Bay bago pumasok ng school. Ganyan. Mahirap siya, Miss Tina at saka DJ Brian. Pero hopefully it was worth it at the end. Kasi I gained a lot of experience and connections that medyo useful siya pag sa ganitong sa ganitong part ng aspeto ng work sa marketing ganyan. Hindi ako party noong una isip ko magsisisi ba ako mag-work yung student, pero kasi sayang I mean, I could have lived a life of a normal student na aral lang sa bahay, punta sa school. I could have had more social experiences na parang after school, tambay with friends. I could have made a lot of quality memories with my people. But at the end of the day, I chose the path na medyo mas mahirap-hirap. And hindi ako nagsisisi in a sense na useful siya after grad. Kasi not just because of the skills, but because of the connections that I've been with the people na sa ganito, naka-work ko na siya, naging kliyente na namin siya. Mabait yan, ganyan. Tapos, mas okay siya in a sense na mas na nagkakaroon ako time management, ganun. So wala akong choice wala akong time, try mo siyang i-manage or wala kang choice or you quit it. So yun siguro yung mga some experiences ko sa pagiging working student.
Sige ako, I have a question lang quickly.
Sige po.
If you have one word to describe yung working student journey mo, what would it be that word? One word.
Roller coaster. Taray, mahaba siyang word. Hindi siya. It's a roller coaster experience siya. Marami siyang ups and downs. hindi talaga siya madali. Alam mo, so, kung pasok ko school, umiiyak ako. Sabi ko, paano ko to paano ko pagkakasyahin yung oras ko sa sobrang daming gagawin, tapos sobrang daming trabaho sa school. Tapos, ano pa, may mga org pa akong hinahawakan, ganyan. It's a roller experience. It's a roller coaster experience in a sense that masarap yung mga ups ng pagiging working student. May pera ka, ay, masaya kapag sahod day, ganyan. Yung mga downs na kapag petsa de peligro, but alam mo yun, minsan toxic yung ka-work mo, dagdagan pa ng teacher mo na strict na prof. So, I would say it's a really roller coaster ride for me for the past 3 years as a working student.
Okay. Actually, nakaka-relate ako sa kanya kasi when I was in college, I was also working at the same time sa radio already.
Oh,
So, pinagsasabay ko yun. Yung may binanggit ka kasi doon na sinabi sa'yo ng parents mo, you still have to choose to graduate kesa mag-stop ka at dahil nga you're earning money already. Alam mo, I came to that point na I wanted to stop already. I was really talking to my parents. Sabi ko, ayoko na magtrabaho. Give me just a year para lang ano ko muna, ma-experience ko muna. And then, hindi sila pumayag.
oh.
Pero mabuti na lang, hindi sila pumayag. Kung hindi, baka hindi ako nakagraduate. Anyway, so yun, ang galing nakakatuwa yung
Oo.
ano niya.
Oo.
Napansin ko sa kanya, hindi ka, parang it's not about, yung money is not a problem with you when it comes to supporting your studies. Tama ba? Kasi parang it's all about the parcel.
Yung
And-
parcel, tapos yung part nag-ano na ako, pinapaambag na ako sa bahay. Mahirap pala siya, gano'n.
Yeah.
Tapos pag bayaran na ng bill, so parang ito pala yung hours ng work ko, ito palang amount niya, gano'n. So parang pag bibili na ako ng stuff or magbabayad na ako ng bills, ilang oras kaya to ng buhay ko? Ilang oras to ng buhay ko? Ilang araw ko tong pagkatrabahuan, makabili ng regalo, makabili ng kabayad ng kuryente, ng tubig, ganyan. So ako, mahirap palang mag-work. Gano'n. Ang hirap niya pala. Kasi I started sa minimum eh. So parang, kunyari, ang minimum back then para sa 350 per day. So kapag kailan nun, tapos magkano yun? So parang nasa around magkano ka lang per hour, 50 pesos ka lang per hour. Tapos ang pagkain mo, lunch mo, 2 oras agad yan, 100 per meal, papunta ka na nga pamasahe mo. Ganyan. So, yun yung mga life skills na tututunan ko sa pagiging working student before.
Yes, ni-mention niya rin kanina, parang it all started sa hobby niya lang and parang naboboard siya. But hence, I would like to ask you, kailan kasi na-mention mo rin kanina, like right now, na parang gusto mo na rin tumulong at the same time sa paying bills sa bahay ninyo. And may factor din na iba na nga kasi ngayon yung haba or tagal ng pag-aaral. Kasi after K-12, magpo 4-year course ka. So, I think may
Yes.
factor na nasa 20s ka na, you are still studying, kaya nagkakaroon ka ng feeling na kailangan at this age, or if I may ask you, bakit ka nagkaroon na ng feeling na
pressure.
hindi naman ina-ask ng parents mo for you to help to pay the bills? Bakit nagkaroon ng sense of responsibility na ganun sa'yo?
Siguro, siya, patong-patong na factors. But more than that, graduate kasi ako ng pandemic. So, alam mo yun. So, yung pag-high school ka, tapos pandemic, mapabunaw na bang mundo? May future pa ba for me? Parang, what could I have done para mas mabilis akong ma-improve yung quality of life, makaahon sa hirap ka na, anong pwede kong gawin? Kasi, that time ng pandemic, parang isa lang sa amin yung nag-work, si mama lang eh. Buti kahit paano government siya, so hindi siya malilay off, ganyan. 2 kami ni ate nag-aaral pa. Papa nasa bahay. Ganun. So parang, yung sense of responsibility, growing na siya within the years ng teenage life. So, now na nasa legal na akong na edad, pwede na akong magtrabaho, and I have a lot more time kasi online ang class. I think that doon na nag-start yung responsibility. Bukod doon talaga, yung pandemic talaga, ibang factor talaga siya. Feeling ko talaga nun, wala na akong future.
May effect sa'yo yung pandemic.
Yes,
Nagkaroon
iba yung
ng
feeling
maraming
online
realizations.
Yes.
Totoo naman. I think sa ating lahat, maraming realizations ang nagkaroon during the time of pandemic, no? We 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 make sure na ang bawat area ng buhay natin na nabibigyan natin ng importance, and yun nga, marami tayong realization. It's good, hence, na nagkaroon ng initiative, guys, no, on his side na nasa legal age na ako, pwede na akong
Yes.
magtrabaho. 'Di ba? Minsan kasi
Yes.
hindi pa ako graduate, kaya hindi pa ako magtatrabaho. Pero siya,
Actually.
I am capable of working now kahit hindi pa ako graduate. Kaya ang ganda lang nung part na yon na nagkaroon ka ng self-initiative na to help your parents. Yes. So hence, ano ba yung mga
Pero more than
sacrifices?
that, siguro dagdag ko, okay,
Go.
sige, dagdag ko lang ng konti, Justina. Natuwa talaga ako na how Lord parang uh, tinahi niya yung lahat. Kasi I could have, hindi rin talaga ako magkakaroon ng work or hindi ako malalagay sa mga nag-experience ko if not for him. Kasi nag-start lang siya hobby ko sa pagtatanim, sa pagiging plantito during the pandemic era. Tapos, yun nakuha ko na pala, na-meet ko na pala yung magiging boss ko. And then I started joining a community outreach program. Tapos doon na rin pala yung maging boss ko for the next 2, 3 years. Ganun. Parang life has finding its own ways na ma-connect us to the right people. Ayun.
Hence, meron bang sacrifices na nag-entail dyan? Like, halimbawa, did you lose connections, friendships, or social life kasi nga nagtatrabaho ka na because of the responsibilities? Meron bang nag-sacrifice sa ganun?
Yes, actually. Siguro
Relationship?
sa bahay. Sabi ng nanay ko lagi, pa nung college ako, parang tingin mo sa bahay, hotel na lang to. Ganyan, tutulog ka ng gabi, tapos aalis ka ng umaga. Ganyan. Nung that time, hindi rin siya ganun ka naging stable yung relationship ko sa family. Not just parang, may part of you na, pag nakabigay ka na ng pera, nakabayad ka na ng bills, okay na yung okay na yung ambag mo sa bahay, ganun. But it's more than that eh. More than that, more than the money, or more than the bills. Parang, you need to be physically present then with your loved ones, especially sa family. Mahirap na siya. Yun yung una kong natutunan nung nag-work na. Kasi I've been juggling work and ACADS. Tapos, with the orgs, minsan gabi na talaga ako umuwi. And two, I think tama din yun, Sir DJ. Kasi some of my friends, minsan nagtatampo na talaga sa akin that time. Parang wala ka sa birthday na ganito, wala ka sa birthday ni ganyan. We could have hung out more nung ganyan. Sabi ko parang, I need to be intentional with my time. Although I love you guys and I could have spent with your birthdays, hindi, may mga time na kailangan kong isakripisyo kasi kailangan kong kumayod for money. Kailangan kong kumayod, kailangan kong tapusin yung mga work ko. And siguro yung third na sacrifice ko noon, muntik na siyang maging unbalance. Meron nga akong prof na strict, binigyan niya kami ng 2.25. Ay, pag dos na ako, iyakin na ako noon, ganyan. Oo. Then hopefully, parang na-urge namin siya na nagawa namin ng paraan. We were able to get the dos, nakapag-dos kami. And yun, hopefully, awa ng Diyos, nakagraduate ako with flying colors as manya, ganun. But all glory to Lord kasi ang hirap din talaga nun. Hindi ko yung magagawa talaga without Him.
Yes. Uy, ako doon ha. Isa ako sa mga saksi kung gaano ka-smart yan si Henry. Sobrang lahat na sa kanya ata. Creative, smart. Ikaw na. Wow.
Uy, wala akong barya. Huwag mo akong bulahin.
Hindi ako tumatanggap ng barya. Charot. Okay. Hence, so sabi mo nga, you were able to graduate with flying colors. So ano ba yung mindset mo to help you na makasurvive even na ganun yung situation mo that you are a working student?
Mindset.
Money. Sabay ko lang pera.
Money. So,
Joke lang.
yan.
Oo, kasi parang even before graduation, ang dami mong kailangan na bills, mababayaran para makagraduate. Tapos, parang minsan nag-aaway kami ng nanay ko, ganyan. Pero sabi ko, hindi, kaya naman gawan ng paraan yung pera. Ang mahalaga, matapos tong everything na to. But more than siguro kung yung in the process ng bago mag-graduate, ang mindset ko nun is to do everything with excellence. Kasi, ano yun, may it be sa work, may it be sa life, to your relationship, to your academic stuff. Parang you need to do everything to become intentional and to do it with excellence. Parang pagpaguran mo talaga, pag-isipan mo ng maayos, ganun. So, ang plano ko nun kasi nung bago ako graduate, parang um, I need to build connections as much as possible. Parang strategic connections, kahit saan man yan, kung saan ka ma-meet the people, ganyan. Kailangan, kung saang season ka na life, may na working student ka or graduate ka na, you need to build connections para pagdating ng araw, not just parang strategic connections na babalikan kanila, pero you will be able to help din sa kanila. Ang naging mindset ko ng Miss Tina is Um, bukod sa money at saka ano talaga, parang money lang talaga eh. Pag-isipan ko, meron pa ba ako ibang mindset mo? Wala eh. Money na lang.
Money to at least help
Um,
the family, diba?
yes. Kasi, um, ang gusto ko dun is after ko makapag-graduate and after few years, retire na yung nanay ko. Parang gusto niya rin talagang makapag-retire. And just parang sabi ko, konting tiis na lang. After I graduated, parang, hindi nga ako graduate to, nag-apply na ako kay sa same work natin eh. Onboarding ko na nun eh. Yun.
Oh, hindi pa siya graduate
Konting
noon.
is, nasa ako nun, nag-i-intern ako dun, nag-job interview ako sa CR, ganyan. Mindset ko nun is kahit paano, when I have money na, paano na mag-retire yung nanay ko? Parang I will shoulder most of the bills na sa bahay. Kasi ang hirap din ng ganun nila, nung pagtatrabaho nila over the next, parang pagpapalaki nila sa pagpapaaral sa akin. So as much as possible, I have to earn a lot for me to give back to my family.
Okay. Siguro yan sa quick advice doon sa mga estudyante na nakikinig natin ngayon before they become or they enter into a masalimuot na buhay of becoming a working student. What advice can you give sa kanila?
Kung advice, siguro kung if I were to go back sa time, kung hanggat kaya nyo hindi maging working student, it's
Minus
okay.
pandemic yan minus pandemic.
Oo. Kung kaya nyo na full-time student lang kayo, it's okay. I mean, enjoy your season of your life na student kayo. Kasi, for a lot of people naman, they have no choice eh. They have no choice but to work as early as possible. Pero kung may choice kayo na huwag mo na magtrabaho, mag-aral muna, mag-focus na kayo dyan, i-enjoy nyo yan. I-enjoy nyo yung with your camaraderie, with your friends. Kasi alam mo, pag after mo graduate, bihira mo na lang makita yung mga kaibigan nyo eh. Parang kailangan nyo na mag-schedule. Minsan ang hirap ng pa-schedule ng gala with your friends. So, i-enjoy nyo yung pagiging season ng pagiging student. But for those naman na walang choice kundi magtrabaho ng mas maaga, we hear you and we value you. And kahit paano na pagdaanan namin yung ganyang era, i-enjoy nyo din kahit mahirap. Kasi, after all these naman, it will make sense at the end na maybe you're building your skills, you're building your connections, maybe you're building yung habit ng pagiging time management or ng pagiging responsible, ganyan. And wag lang kayong sumuko kasi although ang hirap nun ang hirap advice nun, napaka-cliche ng wag kayong sumuko. But after all these naman, it will parang bubunga rin yung paghihirap as working students.
Think to sum up yung shinare kanina ni Henry na experience niya, that it's really never easy na kapag pinagsabay mo yung pag-aaral mo. But going back sa sinishare mo kanina, there are purpose and reasons kung bakit lahat nangyayari yung mga bagay-bagay. Like, for you kasi, it all started sa hobby. And then, hindi mo ina-expect na that hobby ay magko-connect sa'yo to a real job. 'Di ba? Until such time na nagkaroon ka na ng initiative that you want to help your parents, at least sa mga bills, even though walang pressure or walang demand coming from your parents or family. 'Di ba? Because you know that you are capable na to provide or to share somehow sa mga expenses sa bahay, that's what makes you, decide na magtrabaho. And yun nga, naboboard ka. For some people, dahil nga, oo nga, ang haba nga ng school days nyo, school years nyo, di ba? Ang tagal-tagal nyong mag-aral ngayon. K to 12, tapos may 4-year course pa. So, sa mga kagaya mo naman na maybe hindi naman kasi lahat ngayon na nagtatrabaho dahil may
Yes.
kailangan, 'di ba? Dahil sila mahirap, kailangan nila i-support yung kanilang sarili. Like sa'yo, gusto mo lang talaga ng may ginagawa or just to earn money while you are studying. Kasi nga, sabi mo, you are already capable. I think that's what we want to highlight right now, na you can work now even though na ikaw ay nag-aaral pa lang for as long as you are already capable. Because we know na in today's generation, marami ng mga trabaho ang nag-accept kahit na hindi ka pa graduate, 'di ba?
Yes.
So, with that, hence ano ba yung mga tingin mong mga jobs na available for those mga students right now na nasa college year sila na gusto nilang to start earning na?
Mm. Depende kasi sa personality. Nung una, nung bata ako, trinay ko rin yung mga online work. Na-start, ang hirap pala niya talaga. Akala ko, ay, uso kasi for the past years, uso ang word na VA, ganyan. Ay, anong work mo? VA, ganyan. Saka work from home, ganyan. Pero ako, nung start yung unang personality ko, kailangan ko on-site, kailangan ko matuto ng hands-on. Masaya ako may nakita akong tao, masaya ako kapag may mga kliyente, kapag may customer, ganyan. So yun yung una kong, depende sa personality. Pero since working kayo, ngayon kasi parang ano na face-to-face na rin talaga yung work, yung school. So mas suggest ko na you can find a work on a different, pag wala kayong klase, like project-based na work, ganyan, online work, kung anong meron sa skill set nyo. Tapos, if you can do business, kahit small businesses lang with you, ikaw muna ang entrepreneurship, parang ganyan. You can start with your friends, with your family, then palaki na ng palaki until you expand into a full-blown business. That would be better in a sense. Hindi ko siya na-try nung college ako, but if I were to go back time, na-try ko siya. Ganyan. Kasi, there's no shame in selling. There's no shame in earning a little bit of money while you work. Yung a lot of people that I've been with nung mga elementary ako, sila rin actually yung mga mas sumipag talaga nung ngayon, yung nagbebenta ng ng kahit ano-anong pagkain dyan sa school, sila. So, since but yun nga, for the people naman na wala na, I mean, may choice naman, please I suggest you to encourage you to finish and enjoy the season of your student life, and at the same time, for those who have no choice, kaya nyo yan, kakayanin natin yan hanggang sa makapag-graduate. And for the people naman na may choice, either to work or hindi to work, pero nababag or like na capable enough to work, maybe try it, wala namang mawawala, and at the same time it builds you the experience.
Okay. Do you have Hans, do you have a support system during that time?
Family mostly, kasi yung mga friends ko ng college, wala pa, screen ko lang sila nakikita.
Okay.
For the half part ng ko nun, ng college ko, screen lang talaga sila. But more than the family and yung mga on-screen kong mga classmates, siguro joining groups and organizations, mga ganyan, humanitarian orgs, parang that's really a nice support system. Noong unang support system ko, sir, talaga, mga kasama ko, mga tito, ang cute naman aso mo.
Yung support system.
Mga tito-tita na nagtatanim, ganyan. Yan ang support system.
Yeah. Actually, I have additional question, hence. I'm just curious,
Go.
ano yung point mo or what can you say sa mga students na hindi sila makagraduate on time because they are juggling nga working while studying. Like, hindi sila
Ay, okay lang.
full time sa school. So, anong masasabi mo dun?
Okay lang, huwag ka muna mabuntis. Basta huwag ka lang muna mabuntis. The joke na.
Totoo.
I mean,
Ay, totoo din yan, ha?
Oo, I mean, it's okay. It's okay na you did not, parang, may iba nga may choice, di naman gumagraduate on time. eh. Kayo pa kayang walang choice, di ba? Na you're trying to be independent enough for you to live alone, di ba? Walang, there's no shame kapag graduate ka na late. Gusto mo 4 or 5 years, no worries. No worries naman. My friend nga ako, 10 years siya bago graduate, pero top-notcher. So, I mean,
Hey.
life still, has its own ways. So,
8
maybe
years
may
of
purpose ang
college.
waiting.
Ilang years ka sa college,
Years
Sir
ako sa
Brian?
8 years.
Oh,
Because I
see?
shifted yung course ko kasi. Galing ako sa Manila. When I went back, konti lang yung na-credit for 2 years. So I have to extend. At the same time, I'm working. So I have to, hindi ako maka-full load. So yun. In-enjoy ko
But
naman
look
gusto
at
yung
you
college
now,
ko.
diba? Look at you now, you're the number one. Iba pala yun. Commercial pala yun. What we're saying,
Commercial
hence
yan, ah.
kasi, kaya nga. What we're trying to explain din kasi na, which we mentioned in our previous episode, na iba-iba kasi yung pacing ng student life.
Mhm.
Lalo pat yung mga nasa college. Uy, totoo yan. Kasi nung college ako, meron akong mga klaseng nanay, meron akong mga klase na
Actually.
irregular students sila dahil kailangan nila magtrabaho. At meron akong mga kaklase na, di ba, may mga celebrity ako na mga kaklase na hindi sila nagpo-full load. Konting subjects lang kasi nagtatrabaho na sila. So, kaya iba-iba yung pacing talaga natin. It depends kasi din sa need and na-mention mo kanina yung passion mo. If you are driven right now na gusto mo talagang mag-earn, yung feeling na nag-earn ka na dahil capable ka na. Di ba, ang sarap ng feeling na kahit hindi ka pa-graduate, nag-earn ka na. How much more, di ba? So, yun. So, this time,
Uy,
meron ka, yeah.
let's game.
Yeah, let's play a game muna. Kasi actually, doon pala sa first question ko is parang nasagot niya. Gusto ko na mag-thank you sa
Actually, oo, totoo. Ay, sabi ko, uy, yan na.
Sabi ko,
Oh,
wala naman nagtatanong in the middle. Sige, tuloy-tuloy na to.
Sinabi niya na lahat kasi, di ba?
hindi kita makat eh. Kaya sabi ko, tapos natawa ako, second question namin is in one word. One word lang pala yung kailangan. Oo. Okay, rapid
Kaya
question.
tayo rapid fire question tayo.
No
So, you have an option. Hindi ka lang kung,
Chocolates.
ay,
Ay,
Wala
hindi
pa
ba?
nga.
kaya,
Ay, okay.
sure. Sige. Coffee or energy drink?
Energy drink ngayon.
Talaga?
I went on a run.
Ah,
May explanation.
healthy
Okay.
energy drink. Okay, sorry.
Sige. Online class or face-to-face?
Face to face.
Ang gusto mo? Okay. Work shift or thesis?
Thesis.
Talaga?
Oh,
Okay. Sleep or extra income?
extra income.
So, walang tulugan to.
Oo. Hindi natutulog yan.
Talaga ba?
Kaya magkatrabaho kami. We are working on the same deck. Alam, madaling araw gumagalaw yung deck.
Oo nga eh.
Okay. Sige. One thing you sacrificed.
Relationships.
Sabi
Hindi
na.
na ako magsasalita.
One thing you gained. One thing you gained.
Wait.
Peace of mind. Money.
Money.
Oo, yun na lang. Experience. O yan. Mas hindi showbiz.
Okay. Wala na ako tanong. Tin, baka gusto mo yung chocolate or ano?
Huwag na. Huwag na yun. Not related. Okay. So, hence, before namin itanong yung final questions namin, meron na ako gusto itanong. Kanina sabi ng professor mo, after lahat ng na-experience mo, and if you were to answer now, yung sinabi sa'yo, or if you need to make a decision now, yung sinabi sa'yo ng professor mo, na kailangan mo lang mamili ng isa. Kung mag-aaral ka, mag-aaral ka. Kung magtatrabaho ka, magtrabaho ka. If ngayon ka sasagutin mo man yon or you make decisions sa sinabi na yun sa'yo ng professor mo, paano mo siya sasagutin? Or how are you going to handle that?
Well, in a sense kasi, right now, parang same thought pa rin siya ngayon. Parang, can I serve two masters right now? Kasi, Pero nabanggit ko rin sa'yo, Miss Tina, parang gusto ko rin talaga mag-aral ulit ng postgrad. Pero hindi ko muna mag-ipon, ganyan. So gusto kong, parang sooner or later, I still believe na maglo-law school ako, ganyan. Pero ngayon, parang kailangan ko munang mag-work. So parang stuck pa rin ako in those two choices. But siguro, ang i-answer ko would be, life is super fast-paced. And we need to keep up and adapt as always. So if we want to do this, parang if you're parang in nga parang nabasa ko nakaraan na parang if you desire to makatapos ng postgrad or makatapos ng law school ganyan, you need to act on it. You need to act parang to build your life and be intentional with your time na mag-aral ka. Kasi kung yun talaga ang goal mo pero kung hindi mo siya goal, at kung goal mo siya tapos di ka naman gagawa ng action, lose that desire. Like, Lord, let me lose the desire kung ano man yun. Kasi if I were not to act on it, parang it will only become a dream. Yun. So if I were to go back to the question, if mag-aaral ako, mag-work, right now siguro I would say work. But on the premise na mayroon akong pangarap na gustong tapusin. And it may not be on the season yet, but surely gagawin ko before ako mamatay. Ganon.
It all started talaga sa goal, no, kuya? Naniniwala din ako if meron kang focus ka and meron kang goal na gustong i-achieve, kahit anong pagsabay-sabay yan sa'yo, magagawa mo yun. Yes, di ba?
Yes.
Sige,
Yeah.
quickly, ito yung final question natin. Quickly lang, for the students na nakikinig sa ngayon, so they would feel that they are left behind because they're working while studying. So what advice can you give? Quickly.
Huwag kayong parang as much as possible. Meron kasing mga student na parang doon nag-start sila parang sa lower salary, parang ganun. Mahirap talaga makaahon yan, girl. Mahirap talaga. To be honest, if sabihin ko man na parang it's okay not to feel that you're left behind kasi we all have our own timelines. We all have our pacing. Marami tayong may iba't iba tayo ng seasons in life, iba't iba tayo ng chapter. So if that's your chapter, enjoy it and be present with that. But at the same time, don't lose the fire na mag-upskill. Kasi you are made to be more than that. Ganyan. Na parang yung work mo, laging nandiyan lang yan. But, parang God wants you to be more. And you can be more if you do more, if you prepare for more. Ganyan. Kasi, okay na talaga sa akin eh. Kahit maliit ka man talaga graduate, no worries. May mga klase nga akong kinasal na, parang may anak na, ganyan. May iba't ibang seasons in life. May klase pa kaming 30 plus na, ganyan. Pero, doon ako sa nabibilip sa they're still passionate about finishing their studies. So, may it be whatever ilang taong ka na, okay lang yan. Just, kung nag-work ka naman, I suggest lang na mag-upskill. Kasi, ganun parang be ready to adapt to a different job. Kasi kung nag-start ako minimum, para sabi ko, Lord, hindi talaga tumakabuhay. Nung start, hindi ako mabubuhay sa ganito with all the bills kung gusto kong mag-ipon. Hindi. I need to upskill first. And if I skill,
Start with that
yes. But okay lang. It's okay to start with that. No shame on doing that. Kasi we've been there But after that, upskill lang ang upskill. And you can find the job that pays you your needs and your wants.
I think magandang realization yun, no? Kasi habang nag-aaral siya, nakikita niya na, ay, ito lang pala talaga yung starting salary. That's why yung sinasabi niya nga, kailangan kong i-upskill, kailangan kong galingan, para pagka-graduate ko, maganda ka agad yung sweldo ko. I think magandang realization.
You know what, sometimes nga hindi mo na kailangang lumipat pa ng trabaho. People just see, or yung mga employers see kung ano yung worth mo. So, sila mismo yung mag-ano na, ay, hindi ko pwedeng pakawalan to. So, I have to increase and I have to do something about his salary para so he can stay with us and, So, sometimes hindi mo kailangan na, kasi minsan sinasabi natin, stepping stone natin tong base pay natin. Pero minsan, makikita mo yung worth mo because you have performed. So, when you are there, sabi nga ng isang pastor na yung pastor natin, sabi niya, wherever you are, be there. Diba? So, gawin mo kung ano yung ginagawa mo at galingan mo. So, when you do that, they would see na, ay, okay. Okay itong taong to. Hence, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much,
you.
Teacher
Thank you so much,
Brian.
Henry. Yes,
Tina.
so sa lahat ng working student natin
Uy,
na
yes
nakikinig
natin to
right.
ulit, ha?
Alam mo, gustong-gusto niya magpa-guest.
Sige, 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 sige.
Gusto niya lagi ng airtime. Or pwede mag-absent ka, siya na yung co-host ko.
I think probably, yes, pwede yun. Or probably, in the
Mhm.
next coming week, kasi sabi niya, mag-iiba siya ng trabaho eh. So,
Uy,
maybe we can interview ulit kung ano naman yung job niya doon.
Yes.
sige.
Uy, maganda din. Maganda rin yung new work niya. Yes.
Eh,
So,
chismisan namin.
oo, chika ko mamaya. Char. Yeah, so again, to all our working students na nakikinig right now, this is a gentle reminder sa inyo that education is not a race. Matatapos mo rin yan, girl. Kalma ka lang.
Yeah.
Makakarating ka rin sa finish line mo.
Yes, tama. And your timeline kasi is yours. So, hindi
Mhm.
porke mabagal ka, ibig sabihin wala kang progress. So, you have to be
Yes.
patient.
Yes,
Okay?
kanya-kanya lang tayo ng progress and pacing natin. Thank you so much, everyone. Marami pong salamat. And we'll see you
Thank
on
you.
our next episode. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.